Today we will be doing an unconventional pairing. And if you haven't yet, eggplant spaghetti is a must-try. Good day everyone, and welcome to the Urban Casserole. Before we start, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Our preparation starts with 150 to 200 grams of eggplants. Set them on top of a chopping board and slice diagonally. Look out for imperfections in the fruit and discard just the portions if you find one. We then get a hold of 2 medium-sized tomatoes, and similar to the eggplants, we slice them up thinly. Then we move on to our bacon. What I am using here is a slab that I have smoked a couple of days ago. You can also opt to use ham, pastrami, pepperoni, or any other similar products available to you. I am slicing off thin strips amounting to around 150 grams, but of course there is nothing wrong with using more. Pour over some oil on a heated pan and fry your bacon. Let it sit for a couple of minutes until it drips out those bacon fats into the pan and set them aside for later. Line up 8 pieces of sliced eggplants over your bacon grease and allow it to cook. Eggplants would absorb the oil, so keep a bottle handy to make sure that your pan doesn't dry out. We want to brown the eggplants on both sides, so flip them over a couple of times while cooking. Set them aside together with a few slices of bacon for us to use later. These will not be part of the pasta sauce, but will be added to garnish our eggplant spaghetti platter later on. Bring in the remaining eggplants into your pan. Have them brown on both sides and add a little more oil as needed. Let them simmer for 2 to 3 minutes before we add our sliced tomatoes. Spread them along evenly and simmer them covered for 5 minutes. Add about 1/4 cup of water if you see that they are starting to dry out. Let it sit for a couple of minutes more until your tomato starts to soften. Pour over 2 cups of tomato sauce. Here in this video, I used 2 250 gram packs. Then we add all the seasoning in. I start with 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of crushed peppercorns, 1 tablespoon of curry powder, 3 pieces of dried bay leaves, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. The measurements provided is a good way to start, but I suggest you do a little taste test and add more as you wish. You can bring in some chili for more heat, but the curry powder already has some kick to it. Stir for a bit to mix the spices into your sauce and add in the rest of your bacon. Give it some more stirring and simmer for 3 minutes covered. At this point, your spaghetti sauce is ready to use. We can set it aside and cook our noodles. Boil your pasta covered for 4 minutes, then boil uncovered for another 4 minutes. Turn off the heat and cover for 3 minutes. Bring the pasta sauce back to heat and add in your cooked noodles. Mix them carefully and mix them well. Transfer to a family platter and top with the eggplants and bacon slices that we have set aside earlier. I hope you enjoyed our recipe for today, and see you next time here at the Urban Casserole.